Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Network, and I just wanted to kind of go over my thoughts of the Switch 2 and Mario Kart World as it is officially out. I've had some time with it, and so I just kind of want to go over my experience so far. Spoiler free, not going to go over anything hidden. I don't think I've run into too much hidden, honestly, with the Mario Kart World. I've not hit Rainbow Road. We all know Rainbow Road exists, but I don't know what it looks like, and I've avoided spoilers myself. So let's just talk about the system itself, because I got it at midnight last night. I pre-ordered it from GameStop like a month and a half ago when they did that, because I couldn't get any online. Which is good because my friend Matt, much talked about Matt, who we haven't heard from in a long time. I need to get him back on the channel. It's like, I'm going to probably sound very crazy. If you've watched the show Frasier, and his brother Niles has his wife Maris, you never see but often talked about. That's Matt. Anyways, got the M going. He pre-ordered from Target, and they were not shipping it, and a lot of people were not getting that experience. And it's a shame that that's the case. So he actually went to another GameStop and got everything, canceling his online order. So I'm glad he got it. GameStop was very smooth, at least mine was. I've heard some things online where they were stapling the receipt to the box and it hit the screen. Even if the screen isn't there, there's too many collectors out there. Why are you ruining the box? My GameStop had them in bags ready for us to pick up, all numbered. The receipt was stapled to the bag. As they handed it to us, they said, please confirm this is it. This is everything you ordered, and then be done with it. So it went so smoothly. So thank you, my GameStop in Ohio. Don't want to give too much away where my location is. But so moving on to getting home, opening the system, starting to get things transferred over, getting it all set up. I'm super pumped. I got the Mario Kart World bundle. I don't know if it's my internet or the servers or everything. 2-hour download. I didn't get to play last night. I did a freaking midnight release, and it seems like an obvious, of course that's what's going to happen. And I know this is 100% on me. I'm not blaming GameStop or Nintendo or anything. It's just a funny thing to me. So let it sit, let it do its download, let it do its thing. I'm going to go to bed, get some rest. This morning, finally got into Mario Kart World, and I just want to kind of talk about it. First off, the Switch 2 feels really good. It's a lot bigger, but I don't know if it's slimmer, but it feels slimmer, maybe just because it's larger. Who knows? I'm really impressed with it. The magnetic Joy-Cons are great. I don't have any other games other than Mario Kart World. I downloaded the updates for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, so I'm probably going to jump into that. And then the GameCube app, I didn't get anything else right away. I don't need anything else. That's a lot right there. So Mario Kart World feels so good to play. It is so much fun. Let's just start with Grand Prix. A couple little things there. I want to go over each of the different modes I've played and kind of discuss it. Grand Prix, when they described that you're going to race to your next location, I thought it was like, here's your, you do your first 3 laps in, Dino Land or whatever. I forget. I know that's not the first one of a cup, but then you drive to the next one and then you start, DK Spaceport. But it flows more organically, but I don't like it. I like the first couple times I'm like, oh, I'm already on lap 2 of this race of the second course, and it kind of threw me off a little bit. And so it gives the first part of the track kind of a feel of going from one area to the next, and it's not a deal breaker. It's not something I would ever say is a bad choice. It's just not a choice I would make. Other than that, Grand Prix feels great. I do like how it goes from stage to stage, and it's like, okay, it goes from natural progression to natural progression. I just kind of wish it would have been like, can just have fun and drive to the next one, start the match or start the race. But I also see the caveats of doing that, because then if you're first or second, you're then waiting for 24. So, the more I think about it, it's probably good. It makes most sense. It just didn't, I don't think it was explained that way, or I didn't understand it. The number of cups I think is fine right now. There's not a doubt in my mind we're getting some updates, DLC or whatever. So there's a lot to do. So I'm not worried about that. Now let's move on to Knockout Tour. I knew this was going to be fun. I knew this was going to be chaos. I am having so much fun with Knockout Tour, even with CPUs at a higher CC, but with online, which is running smoothly to me so far, has been really fun. It's so chaotic. I'll be in first or second for a long time and then get shot back down to 13th just because of one red shell, and then that follows a series of horrible events. With Knockout Tour, it does take a little bit of time, so you need to make sure you're ready to commit, especially if you're online, because it's 6 laps, quote unquote, but 6 treks. But this is a lot of fun if you make it to the top 4 at least. You could be knocked out pretty quickly. I've made top 4 a few times. I think my best ranking is second. I haven't gotten first yet, but I think learning the stages a little bit will definitely help me. But it's a lot of fun. Knockout Tour, I kind of hope when they add more stages, I'm sure they'll add more Knockout Tour tracks or routes, and then maybe mix it up. I would love it if they kind of like cross some of them a little bit, or make an ultimate Knockout Tour where it's like, I don't know, everything connected literally throughout the whole world, and then it's like, and just cut it little by little. It'd be intense, it'd take a long time, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. Moving on to, I'll just talk about battle mode. I played a little bit of battle mode. I'm missing like stuff like Shine Thief and Renegade Roundup and stuff for those extra modes that were in Deluxe. And it's okay that they're not here. I'd like them to be here, but it's okay at the end of the day. Maybe we'll get something in the future in DLC or an update. I really don't know what their plan is, but honestly, Balloon Battle is a lot of fun. It harkens back. It really feels like the old balloon battles from like N64, which I think is like the last time I really liked Balloon Battle. So I played a little bit of Battle. It's enjoyable. I don't see myself going to it as much as I did in 8 Deluxe, just because there's not that much variety. But I played some with my daughter. I can see myself really enjoying it with friends in person. I don't see myself enjoying it as much with online, like I did with Renegade Roundup, Shine Thief. They got coin collecting. I don't remember what's called while I'm recording this, but you know what it is. It's there. It's not the most popular, but it's there. Now let's talk about one of the big things that they brought into this: free roam. I've seen multiple takes on free roam that it takes, someone says like 9 minutes to get from one end of the map to the other. One, I have no idea how you figured that way out, because I keep getting lost and circling myself. Like, I spent 15 minutes in the savannah trying to get out of savannah, but I then get distracted by a P-switch or a bag of food to get a new costume, or, oh look, there are zebras, I want to go look at them, So yeah, if you just want to say, I've gone from one end of the map to the next in 9 minutes, I think that was IGN, cool. You don't understand the purpose of this game and the mode. Then I'm sitting here thinking, why are you even trying like that? So that mentality, I hate that mentality with sites like that. They're just trying to get clout. Not that IGN needs it, but I think they're just trying to stir the pot for no reason. So, but like, it does feel empty in some areas, and I understand why. I get that feeling. There's times when I'm like, man, I wish there was ways to go around. I wish there's better ways to traverse. I understand not giving us like flight whenever we want it. It'd be nice though, or maybe it's something we can unlock eventually. Probably not. But there's times where I'm like, I want to get to the top of this mountain. I don't feel like looking around for how to get up there, or even if I can get up there, but I still want to try. And so I know there's different ways to go about that. And maybe it's also finding a good skill set to get yourself to that point. Again, I'm not the best at this game. I love it. I feel like I'm okay at Mario Kart, but I'm definitely nowhere near a lot of player skills. And they find tricks and stuff to do this. The P-switch missions, they're all samey, but still a lot of them are different. I've run into get the blue coins to, track down Nabbit. That wasn't a P-switch thing. Nabbit's just randomly in the roaming the world for some reason. I've had, race through the rings and collect this, and they're all kind of samey, but I haven't felt too much repeat. And once you complete a task, the P-switch kind of turns gray and flashes, so you can always revisit the challenge, but you will know, oh, I've done this, because I can guarantee you I'm not going to remember every single one, especially I think they said 200, maybe 100. 100 is still a lot. 200 seems insane. And then there's also these question mark spots that you can get just as collectibles. Like I said, you can hunt down Nabbit, and just, it's kind of fun to go around some of these areas. Peach Stadium's a ball just to drive around and kind of explore. I see Monolith's hand in the free roam right there. So I'm just having a really good time with Mario Kart World. I think it's going to be huge. I think the Switch 2 in general, my GameStop, we had hundreds, I think at least 100 people deep in the line waiting. I was 45. I didn't have to wait too long because they were really prepared and ready. I know I've seen a lot of things online where, people are selling out, but then I see someone else post a picture like, oh, look, this Walmart still has like 20 or 30 and no one's buying them. This is going to flop. Take it from someone who was at a release. You might be able to find them because Nintendo has made a lot of Switch 2s. It is shocking the amount of stock this thing has. It's refreshing, but shocking, because every other console has been limited. You couldn't get a Switch for a while. Even, don't quote me, I really think at launch the Wii U was hard to find. Not impossible, but they didn't produce a lot. And then the Wii, we all know the legacy of getting a Wii. I think it was years before it was easily available to grab one. Just walk into a Walmart, or everyone who says the Switch 2 is going to flop is 100% incorrect. Now, do I think it has some hardships ahead of it? 100%. It needs to get away from the Switch 2 edition games. They're kind of front loaded a bit, and I see why, and I'm okay with it in the moment. It helps pad out this year, so literally this year would be Mario Kart World, Bonanza, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and then Age of Imprisonment for first party titles. Air Riders, we know their Air Riders is coming, we don't know, and it might get delayed. So that's 4 games in this year. And that's not enough. So, and yes, I know, you got the Jamboree TV and the Forgotten Land and Metroid Prime, but those are, again, games with enhances of sorts or modes of sorts added to them from the Switch. We'll see what happens. I know there's a lot of rumors of a Direct this next week. I don't believe them. I think it's way too soon. I know Summerfest is happening this weekend, and I don't think anything first party is going to be revealed. I see some third party stuff happening, which is great. Keep bringing that third party support. That is key to keeping the system thriving. I believe I saw that Final Fantasy Tactics that was on the State of Play is coming to the Switch and Switch 2, which is great. I remember playing it. I remember not getting too far back in the day on the GBA, if I'm not mistaken, it was GBA. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I might pick that up, honestly, because that looks like a lot of fun. So, but, what I see coming later on this year, I think Metro is going to be our August game. I think there's not necessarily going to be a November game, but we're going to have Age of Imprisonment be, I think they say December for that, or winter. So I think that's going to be our Christmas game because it's Zelda, so they can market it that way. And you got Pokemon coming out in October. As for early next year, it's hard to say what's going to come. We don't know really what's in the pipeline. We've traditionally, with GameCube, not Wii U, but Switch, all had a new 3D Mario in the first year. And I think it was just second year for Mario 3D World for the Wii U. So that's some possibility to keep that going. And if we're getting Smash Ultimate Switch 2 Edition, we'll get a reveal this year. They'll add stuff, it'll be fun, But if it's an all new one, I don't think we're going to see it for a while. But yeah, so Mario Kart World is a ton of fun. Online play has been smooth for me. I can't put it down. I literally was like, oh, I got to eat lunch. And I was like, oh. So that's a good sign. And then I thought, I want to talk about my thoughts. I want to make a video. And oh my gosh, this is about 17 minutes long. I didn't mean to rant this much. As you can tell, I like the system. I like the Switch too. I like Mario Kart World. Almost called Super Mario Kart World, which would have been awesome. But it's great. So yeah, what are your thoughts on Switch 2, Mario Kart World, and just what's coming up? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and join us in our Discord. This is the Nintendo Network signing off.